back. Welcome back to J Strategy. We talk about the latest and greatest crypto and much, much more. All right, we're gonna talk about this one. We're looking at the Solana chart on the 5 minute. We were scalp trading. We were talking about it in that last session. Okay, about what was gonna happen, where we were gonna rock out with. So that's what we were looking at. We're gonna go ahead and swing over to some other cryptos in the term. Can you see us? Yeah. Oh, there he is. Cool ass shit. But I look at we ended up having every shit was all back and forth, fiasco. What's going on, man? Shit to do. Hold on, let me close my door. This is it. Yours. Where's the time? All right, we're looking at the Solana chart right now on the 5-minute time frame. And then I'm going to bring it up to the other time frames, and we're going to take a look at it, because right now we're scalp trading looking at that, because we're looking for a 5-minute candlestick to bust up above that 211. All right, and if we do get rejected to an area, that 50 EMA is sitting at that 209 right now on the 5-minute chart that we're watching for Solana. All right, and any other cryptos or whatever you want me to swing over to, charts and stuff like that, just hit it in the chat. Double tap if you're mad love and respect for this screen. And if you want to see this hybrid charting system, all you got to do is go up to the indicators, type in traders, reality, main, and you can utilize this hybrid indicator. And that this indicator gives you your moving averages, your trading sessions, and all of that. And for your peeps that know what it is, we always love trading at the beginning of the trading session. So New York session closed and Sydney's open, and we are 4 5-minute candlesticks into the session for Sydney, and we are waiting to see if we're gonna blow up to 211 on the Solana short trade right here. Okay. Now we are going to go to look at the BTC right now, and BTC on that 5, okay, that moving average right there. All right, right now it's 114, 132. All right, the previous wick actually touched that moving average. So right now, if we see it hit this moving average and go into the next candlestick below that, that 200 moving average is sitting right there at 113,700, and obviously the king is going to determine how we move in the rest of the crypto market. We're coming into the next 5-minute candlestick, and we're right above the 50 EMA. So that's how we know what is happening right there. So we are going to rock out with that for that candlestick in the moment now for that. All right. All right, right now I went back over to the Solana chart because we were riding the 5 minute right here, so you can see that we have this candle coming down towards that 209. So we're paying attention to that riding in for the soul charts for how we are rocking with these, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at the ETH. All right, so that way we can see what's happening right here with ETH. Okay, so ETH at the 50 EMA on the 5 minute chart. So this is where we were looking also for the 5 minute chart scalp trades in the Sydney session. So we hit that. We got 1 minute coming into the next candlestick. So I want to see how that plays out to see if we're going to get an entry into ETH, because that's going to determine to tell me what I'm going to do for the ETH. Hit that double tap for me if you got mad love and respect. That's it. Shout out right there. Let's see. So we're riding right with even with that 50 EMA. Are we going to end this 5 minute candlestick below or above that 50 EMA? What do you think? W, yes. W is for yes. All right. L's for nah. W's for yes. Let's see. Okay, so we close above that 50 EMA on the Ethereum. Okay. Let's see what happens with this next candlestick coming on in for us right there. All right, let's see what we got popping.
Can you get out of the room for a little bit?
All right, so this is ETH 5 minute. We were looking, we're sitting right at that 50 EMA, man. You know? Now let's swing back. I want to see BTC, but I want to see Sol on that 5 and see where we're at. 2 minutes left into the next candlestick, and we're at 209.94, so we're below that 210. Okay, so that's what we were watching there, you know, happening. But we have the lower moving averages crossing. Okay, so we're seeing some downward pressure here. So this is where I was thinking about possible shorts. All right, so that's why I'm going to go take a look at BTC, right? Okay, BTC has broken below its 50 EMA. Okay, so BTC is broken below its 50 EMA, and that's what we're seeing happen right now. That's why. All right, let me go to the 30-minute. Okay, 30-minute. All right. So you see that bright green vector candle? We're coming towards the bottom of that candle on the 30-minute chart. We're at 113,969. Okay, so that's what I'm paying attention to right there. Okay, to see if we wick out. You see that little red line that's sitting right there? That is, lower moving averages. So we want to see how we touch. How we touch on that, right? On the screen, on that screen. All right, on that screen. Right, on that screen. Okay, so now it's into the next 30-minute candlestick. So let's go take a look at that 5 on BTC. On that 5 scalp, let's see what's happening. Okay. So we want to see if we're going to ride, what's going to happen on this next 5. I want to see us come towards that moving average. All right. So 5. Okay, so coming towards that moving average. This is on BTC. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at that SOL because that's what we were trading before, right? On our scalps. Okay, so that next candlestick came in strong, right? So you see those lower moving averages? Okay, those little tiny lines right above those candlesticks? We're paying attention to those, okay? If I see us a turn up on that, all right, in this new candlestick, because we saw some power coming into that, But obviously, too, also you see sell pressure, okay? Cigars. Different kind of cigars. Okay, so that's what I'm paying attention to on that time frame. On the 5-minute time frame. On that 5-minute time frame. How do I go to share first? I don't know how it goes to share, but okay. I was just trying to share that straight through to Twitter for a moment. But I want to look for a 5-minute scalp trade open. All right, we're above that 210 on Solana. Okay. 3 minutes left on that candlestick. We want to see how BTC is doing on the lower time frame, right? So let's go back to the BTC. Okay, so BTC, the previous 5, we want to see it go above that previous 5 for the BTC, and then we can see some bullish movement for Solana. BTC back above that 114. You don't want that, right? Okay. All right, so BTC on that candlestick, we want to see what movement happens. Can I get some drink? Let me just see that drink right quick. Always stay hydrated. 114.15. Okay, so that's turning down, baby. BTC's turning down. Okay. That's when I'm going to swing back to the Solana. And we're swinging down. Okay, so let's see how far we can swing down. You see those previous long candles? We get below 209.60. That's when I'm going to think about trades. Okay? That's when we're thinking about trades. Mm-hmm. 209.65.
What are
Oh,
you talking about?
209.58. So we're below that 209.60.
You do with that? You like that?
209.50. So you see that, right? Okay.
You want it to someone on
Boom,
TV?
turned down, coming straight for that 50 EMA. I want to see us flush that and hit that 50 EMA.
So, T-Mobile
Okay?
is giving away
Let me go
iPhone 17
back to our Papa
if you
BTC
traded it.
and
Your
see
phone. This is the
what
iPhone
is
7.
popping on
You
BTC.
know, if I trade
5 min, right? See that
without-
200 moving average
so they're
right
giving
above the
away your
113,600?
phone without having to
So
pay
we're
for
below the
24 months.
114 and we're on the Sydney session. So we're seeing that sell off, right?
You have to get
So
that
we have 1 minute coming into
Yeah,
the
you
next
gotta
candlestick.
plan.
So that'll determine
So I'm gonna try
for
to go
us
in tomorrow and see what's up.
what
Well, if I have
is
to get
going to
5
happen.
lines,
Let's see
then I would get 1, 2,
in that
3.
regards, right? Okay. Okay, that regards. 919. Look, it's just sitting right there, right?
I don't really
Okay.
love anybody else.
So our soul moves. So see how we hit the bottom of those candlestick?
1, 2, 3.
So that candlestick that we hit, okay? So that's what I'm paying attention to for that move.
Okay?
That move coming in, okay? So we're waiting for that scalp trade move. Welcome back, guys. We just had a plug in where we were rocking out, but as we see, we did see the charts flush out here. All right, so the soul chart flushed out 207, and we're on the 5 minute below the 8. We went below the 800 moving average. So the next 5 minute candlestick coming in, and then we see the pink stopping volume, and we're hitting that, and or going below that, right? At that 800 moving average. So we want to see exactly where this next candlestick hits. You see that pink? That pink? And then we go look at BTC. Okay, BTC, also same thing. Pink candle on the 5 minute candlestick. Saw the flush out to 200 moving average with the white line is 113,700. So it's 113,813 right now. Okay, so that's probably what some people are trading or expecting on for Bitcoin, right? And then Ethereum, okay, below that 800 on the 5 minute chart. Okay, we just went into that next candlestick. So let's go ahead to Sol and see what's going to happen if we swing. Okay, so we hit that 800 moving average. All right. And I want to see where we're going to go if we're going to go below that moving average through the 800. That's what we want to see. All right, so let's go ahead. Pull this up. So this candlestick right there, 207. So I'm going to swing back to Bitcoin real quick and see what's happening with BTC, because this is where I'm thinking about opening a scalp trade. So BTC on that wick, pink, stop out. We're at 113,817. Okay. So this is what we're seeing here for BTC. All right, let me go look back at ETH real quick. Okay. So right at that 800, right? So the 50 crossed over to 200, and ETH is sitting right below that, right? So we want to see ETH up to that blue line, which is the 800 moving average right there. 4,125. Boom, right there. 4,126 right there, ETH. So that was an activated trade right there on Ethereum. Okay? Talking about in the Telegram chat. And boom. Solana coming up right here to the top of that last candlestick, 208. So that's what we wanted to have opened up on that, in that regard. All right, 5-minute chart scalp trading. All right, we have that 208 even. Long open. So, and then we got 3 minutes left on this 5-minute candlestick. All right, 2085. All right, so we got a little wick on the bottom of this 5-minute one. 7. We're below that white line, which is 200 EMA. Okay, 5. And let's see. All right, come on, baby. Where are we going to ride? In the Sydney session, 208.04, 05, 04, so 208.01. I have it open. Oh, boom, right there. To 08.03. Okay, there we go. We got a 50x leverage. So we took our capital, 50% of our capital we want for the trade, we put in when we just said we did. So say you had $100. We just used 50 of it right now. So we can see where the next 5-minute candlestick comes in 1 minute from right now. And that'll determine if we hit that market entry trade at 50x leverage, because it looks like we're sitting right here at 208.04. Okay. If we go below the 208, then we're going to probably come down to that blue line right there. And then that's when we can hit another entry. But we'll do it with our capital. So we use 50% to enter, and we have 50% capital left. So say it was 1,000, we have 500 left. We hit that blue line, we'll use 250. Because we're sitting right there at 208.01, which is that order book area. 1 minute, about 30 seconds left to that next candle. Lower moving average starting to move up. And then, all right, next candle just opened. Where are we going to sweep? Okay, so we're starting off negative. Shaking them. Shaking them. We're below that 208. So if we're heading for that moving average, which is that blue line, which is the 800 moving average on the 5-minute chart. But we're sitting right at that 208. We're either going to see a nice heavy move or we'll see a sweep down to that moving average. And then that's what we'll end up seeing. 208. So in the order book on Binance right now, a lot sitting right there at 208.01. Orders getting filled. And then there's orders sitting right at the 800 moving average for the scalp traders during the Sydney session. All right. We got Tokyo session coming up. Those are the most profitable times at the beginning of the sessions. New York, Sydney, Tokyo, and UK, Europe. Tomorrow I'll be live at the New York Open. And we're going to drop the Telegram channel where we do the alerts when we open the trades on scalps. All right. So, you know, the peeps that did that trade with us, when we did 100x before, you know, dude put in 100, you know what I'm saying? He made, what was it, 1,100 something or whatever when he finally closed. So, kudos to him. Mad love. And then we're also gonna beef up the big X channel, and then we're gonna start another channel with daily free, trades. So when we open the trades, we'll say open trade now. So everybody that has notification on, they'll get the notification that we opened the trade. So everybody that was on here, we opened the trade at 208.01. All right. I want to see us come up to a 50 moving average, and then we're going to take, take back our capital and some profit, and that's at that 209. But we want to see right now, what we want to see is, we want to see 208.50 swing in from the order books in this session, right? In this session. Share the stream, double tap, mad love and respect at AV Guy 9 on X. At AVGUY, the number 9 on X. That's where I'm going to start dropping tweets starting tonight. And tomorrow we're going to utilize that X account with the shout out from our big X account and our other partners for our trades. And then we're going to show you guys how to utilize, if you need Solana or whatever, okay, and you don't want to use an exchange, you can use Jupiter.